Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Here are the Sanibel and Southwest Florida updates as of November 23rd, 2022. The director of Sanibel's Recreation Department is happy to announce that the rec center will reopen soon on a limited basis. The city will announce the hours and more details this weekend. Residents may use the facility whether they have a membership or not. There will be a community room, so if you need a place to rest that has air conditioning, nice restrooms, or a shower, those areas will be available. The pool is still being repaired, but should be available soon. The rec center director is also working on offering a Saturday youth program for island kids. Deliveries are allowed on the island. The delivery drivers must have documentation showing what is being delivered and the destination. Deliveries have been allowed for over a week now, but there are some complaints by residents of some deliveries not being allowed. If deliveries are not being allowed, it is due to the company's policy, not Sanibel's. Make sure the company is willing to deliver to Sanibel before placing an order. LCEC update. As of Tuesday, the 22nd, the electric company has received 3,777 electrician affidavits from the city. 3,406 have been connected, 117 are unserviceable, and 123 require follow-ups. If you know your power will be off for a period, call LCEC to disconnect. They will waive any fees associated with disconnects and reconnects. If an affidavit says the property is unserviceable, LCEC will disconnect. Contractors need to know that service is energized to the meter everywhere on the island. It's important for safety for them to realize that. There are 10,000 electric customers on Sanibel, so a significant number have not been energized yet. LCEC is trying to close that gap. The percentage of properties with water turned on is much higher than the percentage of properties that have electric turned on. The gap made me think about properties on the island. I have mentioned several times in the past that there are around 5,000 buildings on the island, but I learned recently that there are 10,000 electric customers. It just reminded me that not all of the properties are single-family homes. There are numerous condo buildings on the island. One condo building could have hundreds of electric customers. I assume the gap is because, most condo owners do not live on the island full-time. Not every single property owner has made it back to the island to check on their condos or homes. Not only condo owners, but there are also single-family homeowners that do not live on the island full-time. The average full-time population on Sanibel is around 6,000 residents. Building Department update. 343 permit applications have been received, 125 permits have been issued, and 49 are ready to be issued. Ready to be issued means the building department is waiting for payment. All permits are reviewed in 5 days or less. Remember, the city website has a list of mitigation work that may be done without a permit and a list of what needs a permit. Do not allow unpermitted work to be done. It must be done safely and it must be inspected. The building department says there are around 8% of applications being rejected. That's a pretty low number. The new demolition form is online. This is the form for substantial damage, which will help in getting FEMA funding for rebuilding. If you decide to rebuild your house on stilts, FEMA will cover $30,000 of that rebuild. There are several rumors going around on social media that Sanibel won't reopen until 2024. I absolutely do not believe that to be true. In my opinion, Sanibel will reopen sometime in 2023, at least for day visitors and at least for Captiva visitors. The only way to get to Captiva is to drive through Sanibel. Well, unless you take a boat. But if you have a car, to get to Captiva, you have to drive across the Sanibel Causeway and drive through Sanibel. Captiva had damage, but not nearly as bad as Sanibel. Captiva will be ready for tourists way before Sanibel is. All we can do is wait and see what happens. Thanks for listening.